Creamy, crunchy, fruity, delicious, healthy are some of the adjectives I would use to describe this amazing granola and yogurt parfait. It is so delicious. It is absolutely amazing. And that's what I'm going to be showing you today on All About Food. How to make the most amazing granola and yogurt parfait. Hi, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. Make for you a yogurt and granola parfait. It's something I really enjoy having for breakfast, and it's a very delicious dish. It's really a combination of yogurt and which is pretty much plain yogurt or Greek yogurt. If you can't get the plain yogurt, you can use a flavored yogurt if you want to, and also granola, and also have some nice fruits inside there as well too. But before we get started, we have to make the granola first, and I want to show you how to make the granola. And I have some right here in this mason jar. Beautiful granola and absolutely delicious. So I want to show you how we make granola from scratch, and I think it'd be something useful for you to make because it's something which you can make, and you can store this granola away in the fridge, or you can store in a cupboard, and it can last for weeks. And you can just add some milk to it, or for me I like to snack on it as well too. So it's very versatile and it's very simple to make. So let's go ahead and start the process of making this granola. So basically I have some oats here. So I'm going to take my oats, I'm going to add them into this bowl. So we have that added. Then I also have some almonds, so we add these in here as well too. And I'll have the recipe posted for you as usual in the description so you can try it. I have some sunflower seeds. And then I also have some cinnamon, ground cinnamon. So just get this all in. And of course we want to cut some of the sweetness, so I'm going to add a bit of salt. And what we're doing here is we're combining the dry ingredients, and then I also have some wet ingredients which I'm going to combine, and I'll show you how we mix this entire thing together. So you just stir this all up, just get this all mixed in well. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to swap the bowls. And I'm now going to combine the wet ingredients. So we're going to take a bit of butter, melted butter. This is unsalted butter. And I went ahead and melted this in the microwave. I have a bit of brown sugar. So we add some of this in here as well. That's beautiful. Just add a tidbit more. Don't want it to be too sweet though, because we have here honey and we also have agave. So I'm going to add some honey now to it. That's like a third a cup of honey. Great. And then I'm going to add the same third a cup of agave syrup as well too. That's great. Beautiful. So all we do now is I'm going to mix now these wet ingredients together. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually now pour this mixture right over into my dry ingredients, which is the oats and almonds and sunflower seeds and cinnamon and salt. And then now we just mix this here all up together now. And what I normally do when I mix stuff is I turn my bowl anti-clockwise as I'm mixing, and I turn my hand with my spoon or whatever I'm using, whether it be a spatula, spoon, and I turn that clockwise. Okay. Great. So we're mixing this, and when you do it this way, it really allows everything to be incorporated nicely. So I think everything is mixed in beautifully here because we have pre-mixed it before. We added the wet ingredients. So I think everything is nicely combined. And then what we do now, we're going to take this now and we're going to add this now to our tray. Now what I would suggest you do too is you can also use like parchment paper on your tray. This tray I'm using here is a non-stick tray. So nothing will really stick on this tray. Let's just make sure we get everything out. Good. I think I have most of everything out. So then what we do now is we go ahead now and we spread this evenly on our tray. Make sure it's evenly spread to all sides. So we have it evenly spread out. Good. And then once it's evenly spread, I have my oven set to like a low temperature, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want it to be too high because you don't want it to burn. And I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake this until it's nice and golden brown. But I'm going to have to turn it at least about once or twice whilst it's in the oven, just to make sure that it has an even color all around. So we're going to go ahead now and pop this beautiful granola in the oven. Okay, so that's all popped in the oven. That's going to take at least about 45 to 1 hour in the oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Stir it probably at least about once or twice based upon your oven. Every oven is different. And once it's all finished, I'm going to come back and we're going to get going. We have to let it cool first, of course. But I'm going to come back and we're going to get making our parfait, which I can't wait because it's a beautiful Sunday morning and I'm extremely hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm only waiting for this parfait. And the thing about this parfait is that once I have this parfait, this will last me straight through until at least about 3 o'clock. I don't have to have lunch until that time. So let's check on this in a few minutes. What I'm going to do is midway during the process, I'm going to pull it back out of the oven. I'm going to turn it with my spoon so you can see the whole process. So I'm going to step away, go and do a few things, and I'm going to come back and we're going to pull this from the oven, do a turn, and push it back in the oven. Then the final process is when we pull it out and then we get started with our granola. So I'm going to step away, I'll be right back. So I'm smelling something delicious in the oven, which is the granola. It smells so fantastic. I wish you could smell this now. It's so amazingly, has such a nice fragrance in the house. I love it. So we're going to go ahead now and check it. And we're going to give it just a turn, just to distribute it evenly. And then we're going to push it back in the oven, leave it for another few minutes, and then it should be finished and ready to cool so we can make our granola, yogurt granola parfait. So let's just check on it. So let's just check on this in the oven. Oh wow, that's looking amazing. So as you can see, it's golden brown in some parts, or turning golden brown. So what I'm going to do now is just to turn this a bit because we want to bring the bottom to the top. So just give this a slight turn. Get everything, it's almost finished actually. It's almost finished. So I would say just another 10 minutes and this should be all finished because you can see, I can still see some white oats, but we want the oats to be nice and golden brown. So just spread this back out now evenly, all the way across. Spread this out evenly. Good. And now we're going to go ahead and pop this back into the oven. And this is soon finished. So that's looking so good. All right. So I popped it back into the oven. We're going to leave that for another, let's say 10 minutes and then it's finished. Just put it onto a wire rack, allow it to cool. And then you can just put it into a mason jar, airtight container, whatever you have at home, you use. And you have it for breakfast. You have it to make your yogurt parfait with fruit in the morning. You have it to snack on while watching a wonderful movie. Whatever you want to do, the choice is up to you. There's so many options with this granola, but I'm happy you have learned how to make granola, and I want you to go ahead and make this granola at some stage. Leave me some comments that you have made it and how it came out, but it's very, very simple. And as you can see, it's no time to make it and it's finished, almost finished. All right, so I'm gonna go and do a few other things, come back, check on that, and then it's time for us to make our yogurt and granola parfait for breakfast. I can't wait. Oh, the granola is smelling amazing. Oh, it smells so good in this house. So I believe it's all finished. We're gonna go ahead and pull it from the oven. But what we're gonna do at the final stage is I have some dried fruits. I have some raisins, I have some dried mango, and I also have some dried cranberries as well, which we will add to it. So let's just go ahead and pull this out, mix in these dried fruits, which you always add at the end, not during the cooking process because you don't want them to burn or anything of that nature. But the warmth of the granola is actually gonna cook, or it's gonna soften the dried fruits, but it's always added at the very end. So let's just go ahead and pull this granola out of the oven. So let's just pull this out. Oh, it looks delicious. Wow, that looks so nice. So I'm gonna go ahead now and add raisins. I have some dried mango. And I have some cranberries. And all I'm going to do right now is to mix this all in. So let's just mix this all in. Combine everything well. And I like it like this, where it's kind of in clusters. I like my granola kind of clustery, not separate. We're just kind of combining this all well together. And getting the fruit evenly distributed. Great. All right, I think that is evenly distributed. So we're now just going to allow this to cool all the way down before we make our yogurt parfait with the fruit. Okay, so there you have it. That's the granola, all finished. That's one stage. We're going to move on to stage number 2, which is actually assembling our parfait. And that's the final stage. That's the stage where we get to actually eat, which is the exciting part of this entire exercise of how to make the granola and yogurt parfait. So I'm going to allow this to cool probably for a good half an hour, and then when I come back, we're going to be assembling the parfait, and then it's time to eat. So I'll see you then. Okay, so granola is all finished, and I went ahead and I have it in this nice jar here, this nice white jar, or you can put it into any container you can find. And this here, kept in the fridge, will keep for weeks, and you have a nice snack or you have a nice breakfast item. So we're going to go ahead now and assemble our yogurt and granola parfait. And I just want to kind of go through the ingredients with you, since I have a few ingredients to put into the parfait to make it absolutely delicious. We have the granola which we made, and you saw the process of making the granola. I have some plain white yogurt, which is plain Greek yogurt. So if you don't have plain, you can always use a flavored yogurt. It's entirely your choice. I have here some raspberries, some blackberries, some blueberries. I diced some pineapple. I also have some seedless red grapes. I have some gooseberries. And to finish, in terms of garnish, I do have a bit of kiwi, and I also have some banana as well too. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start by assembling our parfait. And what I will do, we have our dish right here. I think what I probably will do first is, let's just get a piece of banana. I just want to have a bit of banana that we can put into the parfait itself. You don't need all of this here. So let's just put that piece back. To peel the banana, we just pretty much run our knife, just a little incision down the side of the banana. You just peel off like this. And I will rest this in there. And then I think with this here, we just would probably do a few cuts like this. And this we will use to put inside of the parfait. So we're putting a bunch of fruits inside as I indicated earlier. So let's take now our jar. I'm going to start first with a bit of the plain yogurt. So we take a bit of this, and you can use whatever vessel you want to use. You can use a glass, a plastic cup. You could actually put this in a plastic cup and take this to work. That's what you could do as well. And you could have this for a meal later. So all I'm going to do now is just take a bit of my fruit. Just drop like 3 pieces of bananas in here. We're kind of building this here now. I'm going to take these other ones and just rest them over here. Then I'm going to take some, let's say 3 pieces of raspberries, just drop in there. Some blackberries, just drop that in there as well. A few blueberries as well. And again, you can decorate this however you see fit. A few in there. I have a bit of the pineapple. So we get some pineapple, and we're going to drop some pineapple in here. Just a bit more. Wow, this is already looking amazing. Stunning. Then I have some of these grapes. So I take some off. Just go ahead and slice this in half. And just drop some of these in here as well too. Anywhere you can just freestyle it. No particular location. We're going to consume it when we're finished. And then I'm going to take some of the yogurt, the granola, I'm sorry. And we're going to take some of this granola, and we're now going to put the granola in here. And this is where the granola comes in. So I'm going to cover the fruit now with the granola. And again, I'm layering it this way, but feel free to do whatever you want to do. There's no particular rule for how this is supposed to be done. I'm just doing it my own individual way, but you can choose to do it however you want to do it. Remember, this is your breakfast you're making. Good, so we have some of the granola that we had made earlier. That's inside there. Just close this back. Put that back over there, and then we take now again the yogurt. Now to finish it, so we're going to put some yogurt now on top of here. And this is to finish off this amazing breakfast dish. So just a bit of yogurt. And what I like about the plain yogurt as well is that the flavor is neutral. So of course you taste the flavors of the fruit, and you also taste the lovely granola that you would have made earlier. And the other thing as well too is that the white acts as like a blank canvas to arrange all the fruits and everything else. So then all we do now, I'm going to take back some of the same bananas I had. Probably put like 3 bananas right there. I have some of the same raspberries. Let's see, we put about 3 there. This blackberry. There. Then I take some of these blueberries. Drop these next to my raspberries. A little pineapple right in here as well. So kind of just decorating this. That's beautiful. I take grape. Let's just take 1 grape for now and see how this looks. Take a grape in there. And what I want to do first is I want to show you how to do the kiwi. To do the kiwi, what we do is we take off the ends. And so the kiwi is nice and circular. We use a spoon to peel the kiwi. So I take the kiwi, I push the spoon under the skin. And now we're going to go, and then we just turn the spoon all the way, and I gradually push the spoon up. And we gradually peel this kiwi. Yep, so the kiwi is all peeled. Get rid of the skin here. And then now we take this and we can slice it. It retains its nice shape. And I'd say we put about 2 slices of this, or 3. I love kiwi. Right in here. And then I have some gooseberry. And this acts as a really beautiful fruit and garnish at the same time. We have maybe 2 of these in here as well too. I always like odd numbers, so I'll go with 3. That's there. And I'm gonna put a bit more of these blueberries in here so it's not too hidden. And that is our, let's go with 2. Don't wanna hide too many. Yeah, we go with 2. So this here is our yogurt and granola parfait. It looks stunning, it looks delicious. And I'm sure it tastes delicious as well too. So, if you have enjoyed this, I'd like you to go ahead and like and subscribe. Ring the bell, send me some comments, ask me any questions you want to ask me about this dish as well too. But it looks absolutely delicious. This is your yogurt and granola parfait right here. It looks so stunning. But please, any questions, leave some comments as well too. Tell people about All About Food as well too, so we can get some more subscribers as well. And I have enjoyed preparing this for you today. And I'll tell you what, I'll see you next time, because for me it's all about food.